Hi, this is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital, and today I'd like to just present to you some information which you can also see on my blog, AskBobGersh.com. The title of my blog article is The Truth About Negative Home Equity Headlines. Home equity has been a hot topic in real estate news lately. If you've been following along, you may have heard that there's a growing number of homeowners with negative equity, but don't let those headlines scare you. In truth, the headlines don't give you all the information. You really need to understand what's happening and at what scale. Let's break down one of the big equity stories you may be hearing in the news and what's actually taking place. That way, you'll have the context you need to understand the big picture. Headlines focus on short-term equity numbers and fail to convey the long-term view. One piece of news circulating focuses on the percentage of homes purchased in 2022 that are currently underwater. The term underwater refers to the scenario where a homeowner owes more than the loan that's on the house. This was a huge issue when the housing market crashed in 2008, but it's much less significant today. Media coverage right now is based loosely on a report from Black Knight Inc. The actual report from that source says this: of all homes purchased with a mortgage in 2022, 8% are now at least marginally underwater, and nearly 40% have less than 10% equity stake in their homes. Let's unpack that for a moment and provide the bigger picture. The data-bound report from Black Knight is talking specifically about homes purchased in 2022, but media headlines don't always mention that frame time or provide the surrounding context about how unusual of a year 2022 was for the housing market. In 2022, home price appreciation soared, and it reached its max around March and April. Since then, the rate of appreciation has been slowing down. Homeowners who bought their homes last year right at the peak of those who paid more than market value in the months that followed are more likely to fall into a category of being marginally underwater. The qualifying marginally is another piece of the puzzle the media isn't necessarily including in its coverage. But what does that mean for those who purchased a home in 2022? It's important to remember owning a home is a long-term investment, not a short-term play. When headlines focus on the short-term view, they're not necessarily providing the full context. Typically speaking, the longer you stay in your home, the more equity you gain as you pay down your mortgage and as the home prices appreciate. With recent market conditions, you may not have gained significantly in equity right away if you own the home for just a few months. But it's also true that many homeowners who recently bought their homes are unlikely to be looking to sell quite yet. Bottom line, as with everything, knowing the context is important. If you have questions about real estate headlines or about how much equity you have in your home, let's connect. This is Bob Gersh with East Coast Capital, and you can go to my website, AskBobGersh.com, for more information or to read this blog. Please feel free to contact me with any questions you have at any time. Thank you.